So recovery operations are underway after the U.S. military shoots down another high-altitude object over Alaska's Arctic coast.
We do expect to be able to recover the debris since it fell not only within our territorial space, but on what we believe is frozen water. So a recovery effort will be made, and we're hopeful that it'll be successful, and then we can learn a little bit more about it.
This is the payload from the Chinese spy craft. Is located off the coast of South Carolina and remains mostly intact. Bob Pizzini is a retired Navy diver and, important to me, a former EOD tech. He joins us now. Good morning, Bob. I see the what we call our crab. I see it behind you there and on your shirt. That just means that you have a lot of expertise and experience in taking apart explosive objects or explosive hazards. Also, though, probably more importantly today, as a Navy diver, explain to us what is happening off the coast of South Carolina right now.
Sure. Well, thank you, and good morning, Joey. So there's a search and recovery operation going on, and in that, Navy EOD technicians, Navy bomb techs, if you will, and you're a Marine Corps bomb tech, obviously, and Navy divers are working together to search and locate the remaining wreckage and then identify key components and send that off to the lab. So it's a diving operation that's not terribly complex, given that it's in 47 feet of water, a sandy bottom, although operations have been suspended for the weekend given the sea state. Complexity in Navy diving comes from depth, duration, or bottom time, sea state, and bottom type, and then obstacles or hazards on the bottom.
You know, talking about just, you said it wasn't an overly complicated, I mean, going down 47 feet is not an easy task. Are they able to get eyes on with any type of tools to see if there is an explosive hazard connected to that payload before they get right upon it?
Sure. So the Navy employs what's called a Mark 18 system. It is a underwater sonar. So a variety of underwater sonar will be used, and in kind of your garden variety Navy EOD or explosive ordnance disposal work underwater, sonar and other devices are used to locate what are called mine-like objects or objects that are of interest to the government. And then the human being, the Navy EOD tech, will make the dive on the object to identify it, and once again, identify potential explosives. And in this case, the balloon itself probably had some type of self-destruct or scuttling charge, usually in devices that are designed to operate in and around the water. It would be a scuttling charge. Things that are designed to operate in the air or on land would have a self-destruct charge. And so that's why Navy EOD, Navy bomb techs, are on site.
Now, real quick, let's move up to Alaska and talk about the operation going on there in this last minute. What do you know about that? Is that in water? Is it on ice? What do you presume? And what kind of unit will respond to that?
Sure. So the government has been very limited in what they've released. But from what I understand, the device, which was hovering or flying around 40,000 feet, was shot down, brought down over Prudhoe Bay, which is frozen right now. So it should be, for all intents and purposes, a land type of recovery. And again, if we're concerned about a self-destruct charge or something of that nature, there are, I believe, Air Force EOD assets up in that region that would respond to that.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to leave it there, but real quick, when I was in the Marine Corps and I was EOD, if there was ordnance on the beach, we'd say throw some water on it and call the Navy. In this case, you guys are diving. It's such a cool thing to see. I can't wait to see pictures and hear more about this operation, and it's just really cool to see EOD, Navy divers do what you guys do best. Thank you for your service, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you for your service, Joey, and great to talk to a fellow EOD technician this morning.
Absolutely.